Welcome back YouTube, Tutor UK, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the video. Loads to get through today. Birmingham video game market. Awesome Nintendo stuff. Only Nintendo. I'm looking down there. Mixed up a little bit, trying a different thing out of the old angle, the angle of dangle. But before we get into any sort of pickups or the video game market at Birmingham, at the Custard Factory, 21st May, 22nd of May, something like that. Just goes quickly. Now I know all these fucking big people out showing modern stuff. I just want to briefly touch on Tears of the Kingdom. That's probably the reason. This is the main reason why there's been very few videos. I think you know, I am a bit behind. I think it's better than Breath of the Wild. For me it is anyway. It seems to flow better. The actual structure of the game is a little bit better. It's a little bit more forgiving, I suppose. Not sort of saying it's easier, but it's a bit more forgiving. I still don't like the destructible weapons bollocks, and I still don't like the fucking Blood Moon shit where all the fucking enemies come back again. That just pisses me right off. That's quite what I liked about Phoenix Rising. When you sort of cleared an area, did an area, it was done. I understand why they bring the sort of the baddies back, I suppose, because you need to farm them, but it just fucking annoys the shit out of me, and the breakable weapons annoys the crap out of me. But the story, the flow, some of the set pieces are quite nice so far. I mean, you know, I'm not beasting it like some people. Mark Geordie Slasher Gamer. I've got the 4 Guardians, I suppose, and I'm just literally just exploring the world, doing all the side quests, doing some of the mini quests and stuff like that. I'm just really enjoying it, just enjoying being in the world. So yeah, all very, very briefly. Right now, normal service resume. It's proper retro now, proper retro. So we did the video game, Birmingham video game market. Lots of old faces, some new faces. Now I don't usually tend to sort of, and no disrespect to all the guys that and girls that I've met before. You all know who you are, but new faces. First up, meeting Retro Roy TJ. Go and check him out. New guy on the scene. I think he's local to Birmingham as well. Well, I'm pretty sure he's local to Birmingham. Nice to see him, all but be it briefly. He was on the hunt for some Nintendo cardboard. Good lad, good lad. And I think he's done a video of that as well. The only other person that was new, that kind of is on YouTube but doesn't do YouTube, is Retro Claire the Repair Bear. Lovely to see Claire. Really, she should be making videos. Don't have to be on them, but make videos of the stuff that she does. And I've got 2 fucking outstanding examples of some of her work. If you don't know Retro Claire the Repair Bear, is the details here, and as the name suggests, fixes, mods, repairs, refurbs and more. Obviously mainly the retro stuff. She does do a sideline, and I knew I'd bloody forget it, a sideline in Bluetooth boom boxes. So if you want your retro, you know, breakdancing boom boxes with a Bluetooth adapter and all that malarkey, then Claire is the person. But yeah, a couple of systems here that I had done. Been a while in the making, to be honest, and not for any fault of Claire's, just parts, you know, the usual crap that they come out with, shortage of parts and stuff. So the first one that Claire done for me is this beauty, the Sharp Twin Famicom. So this was from Dainster. Oh God, got to be like what, 2 years ago now, Dana, something like, I don't know. And it still is in really nice condition. Claire's obviously didn't give it another clean as well. But what she has done with this is RGB'd it. RGB, crispy RGB-ness. I've yet to plug it in earnest because I'm playing Zelda, you know, I'm not going to lie. I haven't tested it, so for all I know, Claire could have fucking gutted this and there's nothing inside it. Essentially what it does, it uses the same AV output there, and obviously Claire's included an audio out. This is crazy shit. I've never seen anything like this. This is the SCART lead. It's like some fucking Frankensteiner. God knows what's going on here, but she assures me that's, and there's your audio and there's your video. But yeah, that's some crazy ass shit there. So that's a Tim Worthington RGB mod in that. I think you can do the colour palette swaps and stuff like that. I say I've yet to fucking even, you can tell the cables are all still cored up, and I've just dug this out of the box. And she did put a note on there, which I've just thrown away, but apparently there was an issue with player 2 controller audio cleaned up or something. So that's Dana's fault again. But to be honest, I didn't use fucking player 2 controller, so I wouldn't know. But that, if I can get myself away from Zelda, I'll take some video footage, because I'm going to run the Twin Famicom through the OSSC. And I know some people will probably say, like, you're on the B&O because the B&O's over there, and my little setup sort of just as to play stuff's over here, and you know, and that was the whole point of getting this RGB modded anyway, to run it through the OSSC. Yeah, the Twin Fami. Rockman 6 when we make Wasabi James. The OSSC. This looks fucking brilliant. Damn it. Wait till it comes back on again and I'll show you. But yeah, it looks amazing. I mean, the definition is just unbelievable, and I've not pissed about with anything yet. It's just so sharp, you know. Look at that. If you see that, I mean, it looks just so crisp. Really does. And again, really Super C. Just looks so crisp. I can't get over how crisp it looks. Just superb work from Claire. It just really makes the games pop. I suppose the only other thing I could probably have done to this, if I did think about it, was just getting the joy pads, getting a port put in so you can plug in your own. But realistically speaking, but that didn't stop there. With Retro Claire Repair Bear. What she'd done for me before this, because we were waiting for the Tim Worthington mod to be back in stock essentially, and I know, I think Dale from Daily Retro has had his done. Not his prostate, but his N64. This is now RGB modded, crispy ass RGB. I fucking love, you know. Again, I haven't tested it, but RGB installed, and there's RGB. I'm not sure which one it is. Oh, it says the hotkeys here. So there's a little sticker. She's stuck on the back. Again, I've just dug this out. All cleaned up, all nice, so it'll sit here and gather way more dust again, so I'll have to send that back to Claire. Typical, I'm joking. Did include a nice RGB cable with it. So like I say, guys, I'm yet to try this off in earnest, but if I get the chance, I'll stick some footage in. The thing with stuff like this, it don't do it justice. You have to see it with a naked eye, I always think. Still images, like comparing it, are quite good, but you can find them yourself. You don't need me to fucking tell you. There we go. Oh, SSC baby, this looks crisp as. I say, like, put it on the camera won't do it any justice, but yeah. Claire's done an absolutely superb job. Really has. And the old I mean, look at that. The old Chinese, it's perfect. It's got shitloads of games on it. You know, bulk of the libraries. But yeah, it looks really, really nice. It's a super chuff with that. Thank you again, Claire. Definitely, if you need any modding doing, the service can't falter. card folder. Star Soldier, nice enough. It just looks crisper. Less foggy, if you like. So yeah, really happy. Enough of that. I'll just show you this what comes. I've done nothing with this card. This is what comes on it. USA, Europe. Don't know what's in that. There's some ones that are in the root, so I don't understand why they're there. But yeah, you've got pages all already there. So the bulk of the libraries definitely on there. You know, it's like 23 pages, I think it is. And then European ones. Again, they won't. You know, you're probably only looking for the exclusives really in Europe. But yeah, for the price, couldn't fault it. 16 pages there of European ones. But yeah, huge thanks to Claire. Lovely to meet you, Claire. I don't know why you don't do YouTube videos, because you know, I think you're fantastic to talk to. I think really interesting. Got a lot more to say that's interesting than Russ. Let's put it that way. Oh, where Russ was there as well. This bloke with a beard. But yeah, just do some tutorial videos or something like that. You know, tinkering ones. I like them. So actually, we'll leave that. I've got Summit to go alongside the N64. What else? Who else do we? Oh, well, we've seen all the usual people, the usual faces, but I've got a really shitty gift. I said to him I'm going to take the piss, so I've got a shitty sticker off Paul the Northerner. Where are we? Over here, look. It's all glittery and lovely. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this kind of crap, to be honest, but I have got a little area that I put all the shitty stickers up there, and I'll take a picture. I'll show you. Your shitty sticker will be up there with all the other shitty stickers, Paul. But nice to see Paul. Nice to see his shoulders all fixed up, so he's back doing his kung fu or whatever it is, Jackie Chan. And with the stuff that was from Dainster, because it come from Dainster's shop, Jim Coco Cabana very kindly gifted me It's Battleships, You Sunk My Battleship manual, so I'm just after a box. So yeah, many thanks to that, Jim. Really appreciate that. That'll go with, alongside the loose carts, which are slowly being depleted, I might add. I'm actually at the point now where I've got one plastic cart protector over, so it's definitely getting to that point now where, you know, the thin end of the wedge, I think that's the word we're looking for. A bit weird standing up again, but I thought I'd mix it up. Give you a look at the fucking blockbuster radio. So what I'm going to do now is quickly pause it, move this, because I've got no fucking space down here, shuffle some shit around, and I'll show you some games. Okay, so a couple of like still Nintendo, but this is mainly just going to be some N64 and some NES stuff. But we have two sort of addendums. First up is a loose copy of Mega Man on the Game Boy. Now, this popped up on Facebook, one of the groups, and a chap was selling this, and there's a couple of other carts down there, some import Snes, and I'm looking down there, and NES. I think it's Dig Dug too. Said it didn't work. And sure enough, it didn't work at all. But I managed to resurrect Mega Man. So essentially I had to resolder the IC chip on there. The way I found out it was that, and again, look, I'm not a fucking no Gadget UK or Retro Bear Repair Bear type of person. I didn't fucking scope it or any of that shit. But what I did notice is when I was cleaning it with IPA around the IC chip, it would actually come back into life. So I thought there's got to be a short around there, or dry solder or whatever. So with my limited skills, I did manage to resurrect that. And that's a nice little And the whole thing cost me 10 quid delivered. So, made up with that. I thought I'd just add that in. It is a USA one, but I'm not bothered. It's a player, it's a player. And then, to complete, and I forgot it, it's up there. I'll just go and grab it. To complete my Game Genie for the Super Nintendo, I've managed to get the instructions. So I had to buy another loose Game Genie with this. And then sod law, on eBay, one of these pops up on its own for 15 quid. But I paid 35 for this and the cart. The cart I could probably get most of my money back, maybe 30 quid I think they go for, give or take. So to be honest, it's probably ended up being a better deal, but it's just an additional outlay. So chuffed with that. That gives us a nice boxed Game Genie. The only one I'm after now, I think I mentioned this, is the Mega Drive one. And again, it's just a waiting game. I've actually, weirdly enough, I've got two. I've got 2 Mega Drive Game Genies and 2 books, or I've got 2 books and 1 game. Anyway, either way, I'm just missing an empty box. But they're always the hardest things to find. Always the hardest things to find. So we're starting with N64 and going back to the RGB mod that Claire very kindly did for me. And I can't remember who mentioned this. I think it might have been Dale at Daily Retro. There might have been some other people. Maybe Clint over at Retro Rewind. I can't remember. It's somebody, and because it's been here that long. It's been here that long. But I bought from AliExpress. They're trying to flog these on eBay for like 75, 80 quid, and you go on AliExpress and get them for 45. I don't get it. But it's basically a Chinese knockoff of the N64 EverDrive. So the ED64 Plus, apparently really, I think it even comes with the memory card. It's got some shit on it. Again, not used it, I've not even opened it or anything. And you all want me, oh, you're getting the EverDrive faster. Well, basically, so I can play all the fucking games that I've got all in boxes here. Smart ass. Alright? And I'll have you fucking know, it's so I can play some of the hacks and the fan translations. I know there's a few Ocarina of Time hacks and stuff, messes about and whatnot. I think there's a Banjo-Kazooie one and stuff. So yeah, there's plenty like little quirks. Like I say, some of the fan translation stuff. Plus, it means some of the American ones that I've got, like Ogre Battle and that, I don't need to whack the adapter in. I can just run it through this. But yeah, I've no review on it. I have no idea how good this is. It's just what people have said. And a lot of people talk a lot of bullshit, especially on YouTube. You don't believe anything anyone fucking says. It's amazing how many people take what people say on YouTube as the fucking gospel, honestly. You should buy this game because in a million years' time it's going to be worth £10,000. Oh, okay, I'll go and buy it. Fucking hell, honestly. But yeah, don't go and buy this. I didn't tell you to buy this. But I don't know what it's like, so ignore me. I'm talking shit. But more N64. I think I need one more of these. It's just another fucking addiction. I think it's the red one I need. For me, for like 20 quid this was. It's a fucking bargain. Absolute bargain. At least double that, but I'm not arguing. A nice green controller. In really nice condition. It wasn't packed too well, I must admit, but it got in one piece and that's all I'm bothered about. It's got the tray, it's got the little warning thing and everything, so yeah, another box to find that I haven't got space for there. But I think I'm definitely missing the red one. If anybody knows of any other the colours, then hit me up. Like I say, I think it's going to be the weird and funky colours, but I'm not sure how many of those were actually released in the UK. Not talking worldwide here, and in the UK. So as far as I know, at the minute, I'm missing the red one. More N64. I think these two were at CEX. Not fucking bothering with the CEX roulette bullshit. I've done that. I own that fucking title. Copyright to UK 2008, probably something like that. But I'm sure these two definitely did come from CEX. And again, I've said this before about the N64. Even some of these shitty fucking sports games are still, they're not £5–10 anymore. It's not happening. This one I think was about 20 quid, again with credit. And again, look, did the whole going around fucking hoovering up shit and tat and firing into that. No one's interested in that. You've all seen me do that for fucking years. But with shit and tat that's been fired into CEX, we've got NBA Live 99 in really nice condition, actually. Got the old hologram on there. Again, I wouldn't show you if it weren't complete. So I think that was 20 quid. This, I think, was 35. And because of its name, I think it probably does a little bit more than that in the sort of going market, I suppose. I don't know why I put this in the creepy plastic bag and not the others. I just don't know. NBA Hang Time. I did watch Air. Anybody watch Air on Amazon? That's a good little watch by Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. Just about Michael Jordan and the whole trainer thing. Really good watch, actually. I like stuff like that. The sort of historically correct things. But yeah, NBA Hang Time, I think it is a follow-up to NBA Jam, but not quite the same. It's kind of, yeah, it says here based on the arcade here, so they've kind of fecked around with it too much. To be honest, after NBA Jam, it sort of like weren't really my bag, to be honest. It was just more the arcade side of it. This was a box, and I think the manual, but I think I've got 2 spare manuals for this anyway. But it was just, the price was just right. And again, this one I think is regarded as probably the better of the last of this generation of FIFA games. FIFA 98 Road to World Cup, so the David Beckham edition. But again, like I say, I was an ISSS, International Superstar Soccer, or Pro Evo, as it was then known. But I didn't bother much after the 16-bit era, to be honest. I was really disappointed with it when it came out on the N64, and it was just like, it's not the same game. I didn't like the 3D aspect of it at all. I think it ruined it. And what was from eBay, this one as well, I think it was buying out at like 50 quid, maybe less than 50 quid. A little bit of edgeware to it. I just fucking touched it up. Need to fucking molest this one a little bit more. Box complete, regarded as the worst game ever made, or one of the worst games ever made. Yeah, whatever. It's Superman on the N64. Fly around and collect your rings. Basically, a really poor waste of a license. At least said Snes mended, but again, for the price, it was like, let's grab it. You know, other than the ones that were box only, I've got the carts for, so they'll appear for sale at some point. Offset the cost. I'm just thinking, I didn't miss anybody out of the market, did I? Because I'm a massive twat, I put this to one side because I've got no space, and I forgot. Literally started packing stuff away, and I was like, oh, you dickhead. So from James, Retro Import Gamer, he very, very kindly gifted me this. He said he wasn't sure which box I've got. To be honest, I can't remember which ones I've got of these. I did mention it in the video ages ago. Fair play to him, man, he remembered. He's one of the about 5 people that actually watch all my videos. I do appreciate that. But he very kindly bought me in an MB Games Defender. The box, the toy, the toy. He says he didn't collect toys, but I do. There's just something iconic about these. He mentioned something about the board. I think he'd upgraded his. But again, James, like I said, mate, I'm not sure. There's ones I do know I've got. I know I've got obviously Donkey Kong, and I know I've got Pac-Man. I'm not sure if it's Defender or Zaxxon or which. I need to dig them out. I need to get into the storage garage shed thing, not shed, but garage, and have a look through. Oh yeah, this is what he mentioned. I think this is his old one. He said they've been taped up in the corners because they always going to ping. But either way, really nice to have. So mate, and he fucking hawked it all the way up. to Birmingham for me. Even bagged up all the pieces, look. So, like I say, even if I have got it, I'm pretty sure maybe I'm missing the odd one or two, or some of these are in better condition. Look, you know, they've got these little pegs as well. There's so many moving parts, not moving parts, but like small parts to these things. So the tray's nice. It's just the actual board. So, mate, James, thank you so much. Go and check James's channel out. Awesome. Just going back to it again. Look, you know, for me as a vendor stalling, I stall it out with Daz. Daz McGowan. He's mentioning he's what do you call it? I'll say silent witness. No, it's a silent commentator, whatever you call it. You know, a bit like Dylan used to be in the comments. And Daz did extremely well. Did extremely well at the market. No surprise there. He was well prepared. He was well drilled by me. But no, he knocked out the park. So yeah, it was a successful day. I did okay. I did better than I thought. It didn't feel like I'd done that well. And I know you guys on the other side said it was mad busy, this, that, and the other. It was mad busy. There didn't seem to be many people buying a lot of stuff. I think it was like bigger sales for me, and that they kind of added up. Whereas before it would be a lot of smaller sales churning over, and I didn't feel it, so I didn't feel as busy. But you know, I did better than I'd done for a lot of other markets, to be honest. And the other bonus, I didn't fucking buy anything, which is always good. Spending money you ain't got on stuff that you don't need. So that helped. That helped as well. So anyway, look, last run now of we've got some NES, some NES stuff, and I'm just sorting these out because I think, except for the bottom ones, right. So this was a purchase from CEX. I kept the box because the box is in okay condition. I've been looking for a manual. Again, it's been sat on the shelf for months and months and months. Finally managed to get a manual. It's a manual only from eBay. I think £8. I'm not too bad. 5 to 10 quid on a manual, depending on what game it is I'm in. Little Nemo's The Dream Master. So I always thought this was a Disney game. I don't know why. But yeah, sorry. We had to get the manual from eBay separately. And I don't mind doing that. I don't mind piecing it together. You know, there's no rush. There's no rush. They do turn up, but you've got to be really, really patient with it. So again, another one to try and fit into that wall somewhere. Sacrifices may have to be made. One that I've had. No, hadn't. No, because that's eBay. Right, these two are CEX. This is definitely CEX. So I'm not going to say how I got this one from CEX because people don't fucking believe me anyway. I told Daz this, but trust me, it works. We got Crack Out from CEX. I bought this from once. It went back to Leeds, so I knew the Leeds one was shit. Another one appeared, and yeah, I got it rather than the Leeds one without buying both. This is in great condition. Again, sort of, I would say it's Arkanoid. It's Arkanoid for the NES essentially. But some of these sort of lower end NES titles, I just don't tend to see that much. And then he says there's two on CX. One item that I did buy them all. I bought them. I had some credit. I had enough credit, so I bought them all. And there was 5. There was 5 in stock, 12 quid each. Bought them all. 3 were just loose and shit. 1 was boxed, but not that great. And this was fucking outstanding. Exactly what I was after. This was the 4th one that came through. The 5th one I took back to the local. And it's nothing. It's not a game, but it looks like a game. And I just wanted it for the collection because I'm a fucking weirdo. And it's the NES cleaning kit. Yeah, and it just comes through in a nice looking box. Just show you, in case you are looking for one of these. It's still got its baggie. It has got, and it does come with a manual, believe it or not, UKV manual. And the manual's in great condition. And I don't think this has ever been used. Yeah, it's never been opened, look. Still stapled. Still stapled, still sealed. Yeah, so what you do, you put your junk on that, and then you shab it in and out loads of times, and it gets it clean. But yeah, so chuff with them. Now this was off of eBay again, going back ages. I hadn't seen this. I hadn't seen it pop up on eBay. I don't think I've seen too many since. Went back and forward with the seller from what I can remember a couple of times. Finally settled on a price, and I want to say it was less than 50 quid. I think it was less than 50 quid. And I don't really remember this toy line. I know Dainster does. I think he had a lot of these as a kid, but I don't remember. They're probably a little bit. I was probably a bit too old. Too old for toys, he says, as a 46-year-old guy that's fucking still collecting toys. I don't know if you can see him up there, look. Anyway, it's the Incredible Crash Test Dummies. Again, not a... The thing with a lot of these NES games, the cartridges you can see all day long. It's when you get to the boxes and you get to the manuals and stuff that they become bloody tricky to find. So that was off of eBay. And then the last two, right, so the first one, I've ordered this numerous times. In the vain hope of, from CX, in the hope that they'd send me the other version, and they never did, But I managed to get a really nice copy, essentially. God knows how many times I'd ordered it. At least half a dozen. And it is Punch-Out. It is Punch-Out. It's not Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, unfortunately. So you're fighting Mr. Dream at the end, not Iron Mike. But yeah, it's nice. It's a nice condition box. It would be nice to have been sent. And I know Big Game Al said his mate, the Nameless Gamer, he actually bought Punch-Out from CX, and then they sent him Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I mean, fucking what a deal. What a deal. So that always gave me hope. Hope beyond hope. But no, it was not to be. We only ended up with the normal Punch-Out, again, a couple of times. But, Bert, not to be outdone by CX. And this is Toot UK. You know, got to remember this. We do have Mike Tyson's motherfucking Punch-Out. So, story behind this is I had the cartridge, obviously. A box went up for sale. I think someone bought it for 15 quid or something. I didn't see this. I didn't see this at the time. And then it went back up for sale for like 100 quid. What I think's happened is whoever's sold it for 15 quid realised a mistake and cancelled it and put it back up for 100 quid. Now, I am fucking stupid. So, yeah, I think if Woodland's watching this, he'll probably play this clip back and say, yeah, you are stupid, Stu. So I paid, I think, just under 100 quid for the fucking box. So I was on the hunt for a manual. And then what happened is some guy was selling a copy. It was battered. The box was battered. I've kind of fixed it all up, but it had the manual. It had the game as well. So I bought a really, like, battered box. Nowhere near as good condition. It's still a box, but nowhere near as good condition. And the manual and the cartridge for like 35 quid. So in here now, we have a really nice, complete copy of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. There you go, UKV. And I think all of the carts are FRAs, aren't they? I think this is one of them weird games, all the carts. It means fuck all to anybody who doesn't collect NES stuff. So yeah, this was going to be, and you know, still ain't cheap, but it was going to be a really expensive buy, otherwise. So just perseverance, getting lucky, dropping lucky. Didn't get as lucky as Nameless Gamer from CEX, but there's a top tip for you. Don't fucking say I don't give you anything. If you have to Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, you might get lucky, you know, for all the fucking bashing that people give CEX. Someone might send you Mike Tyson's rather than Mr. Dream. That's it, guys. Been here on here long enough. Take it easy. I will be back again at some point because I've got plenty more shit to show you. I've got some toys up there that I've been buying. it's one of my little side collections, I suppose. Always had a soft spot. I might do a video on it. I'll have to see. But yeah, other than that, take it easy and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.